1926.959 Mechanical Equipment, Subpart V. 1926.959 General Requirements. 1926.959 1 Other applicable requirements. Mechanical equipment shall be operated in accordance with applicable requirements in this part, including subparts N, O, and CC of this part, except that section 1926.600 A6 does not apply to operations performed by qualified employees. 1926.959 A2 Inspection before use. The critical safety components of mechanical elevating and rotating equipment shall receive a thorough visual inspection before use on each shift. Note to paragraph A2. Critical safety components of mechanical elevating and rotating equipment are components for which failure would result in free fall or free rotation of the boom. 1926.959 A3 Operator. The operator of an electric line truck may not leave his or her position at the controls while a load is suspended, unless the employer can demonstrate that no employee, including the operator, is endangered. 1926.959 B. Outriggers. 1926.959 B1 Extend outriggers. Mobile equipment, if provided with outriggers, shall be operated with the outriggers extended and firmly set, except as provided in paragraph B3 of this section. 1926.959 B2 Clear view. Outriggers may not be extended or retracted outside of the clear view of the operator unless all employees are outside the range of possible equipment motion. 1926.959 B3 Operation without outriggers. If the work area or the terrain precludes the use of outriggers, the equipment may be operated only within its maximum load ratings specified by the equipment manufacturer for the particular configuration of the equipment without outriggers. 1926.959 C. Applied loads. Mechanical equipment used to lift or move lines or other material shall be used within its maximum load rating and other design limitations for the conditions under which the mechanical equipment is being used. 1926.959 D. Operations near energized lines or equipment. 1926.959 D1 Minimum approach distance. Mechanical equipment shall be operated so that the minimum approach distances, established by the employer under Section 1926.960 C1I, are maintained from exposed energized lines and equipment. However, the insulated portion of an aerial lift operated by a qualified employee in the lift is exempt from this requirement if the applicable minimum approach distance is maintained between the uninsulated portions of the aerial lift and exposed objects having a different electrical potential. 1926.959 D2 Observer. A designated employee other than the equipment operator shall observe the approach distance to exposed lines and equipment and provide timely warnings before the minimum approach distance required by paragraph D1 of this section is reached, unless the employer can demonstrate that the operator can accurately determine that the minimum approach distance is being maintained. 1926.959 D3 Extra precautions. If, during operation of the mechanical equipment, that equipment could become energized, the operation also shall comply with at least one of paragraphs D3I through D3(3) of this section. 1926.959 D3I through 1926.959 D3(3). The energized lines or equipment exposed to contact shall be covered with insulating protective material that will withstand the type of contact that could be made during the operation. The mechanical equipment shall be insulated for the voltage involved. The mechanical equipment shall be positioned so that its uninsulated portions cannot approach the energized lines or equipment any closer than the minimum approach distances established by the employer under Section 1926.960 C1I. 1926.959 D3(3) Each employee shall be protected from hazards that could arise from mechanical equipment contact with energized lines or equipment. The measures used shall ensure that employees will not be exposed to hazardous differences in electric potential. Unless the employer can demonstrate that the methods in use protect each employee from the hazards that could arise if the mechanical equipment contacts the energized line or equipment, the measures used shall include all of the following techniques. 1926.959 D3 3A through 1926.959 D3 3D, using the best available ground to minimize the time the lines or electric equipment remain energized, bonding mechanical equipment together to minimize potential differences, providing ground mats to extend areas of equal potential, and employing insulating protective equipment or barricades to guard against any remaining hazardous electrical potential differences. Note to paragraph D3.3. Appendix C to this subpart contains information on hazardous step and touch potentials and on methods of protecting employees from hazards resulting from such potentials.